Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So I have a lasagna that I made in the oven as we speak. So I'm gonna time it in ten, exactly 5:26. I'm taking it out, so I'm gonna have to take it out or whatnot. But as soon as I get back on, we're still gonna be good. So I have homework to do, and I want y'all to be there with me as I do it. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Okie doke. Let me go back to corporate finance just in case he wanted me to complete something else. Hold on. Why wouldn't he let me go back? Trying to figure out. It closed. I guess that means it closed for the thing. So anyway, I'm about to show y'all something. I gotta do one more thing. I can't show y'all everything. I'll be in trouble. Well, not with the law. Let me stop. Everybody in the law is like, what's she talking about? Come on. Come on, university. No fun. Oh man, I should have did this off camera. It's not meant for me to do it right now. Oh, wait. It's on here. Well, it's not. Let me go back one more again. Okay, I don't know what else to do. Okay, I gotta add something up. my classes when I graduate. I hope y'all didn't see that. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I don't want nobody to really know the day I graduate. Go to class. Here we go. I don't know right now. Okay. It hasn't been working for me lately. Okay. I'm going to have to use this as my book of trades. So his number is, I'm not going to say it. I didn't know he was going to leave his number. I would have then wrote it down. Okay, that's the start. What is the message? Okay, let's go to discussions. Well, before we go there, we're going to go to content. Week 1, learning activities.
This is a collection of quick tips and tricks designed to give you some new skills, inspire new ways of working, or remind you of features that you forgot about in Excel. Each self-contained movie is about 1 minute long, so you can jump in at any point and get some helpful insight in no time. Topics include sorting data into a spreadsheet, setting options to recover documents after a crash, merging cells together, and much more. So even if you only have a minute or two, you can pick up some valuable skills in Excel. Let's get started.
Okay, while that's going, I got.
You can use your mouse to create patterns of data to very quickly fill Excel rows or columns. Enter a value in a cell and hover your mouse over the bottom right-hand side of the cell. When the cursor changes to a crosshair icon, drag through all the rows you want to fill with that value. To work with a series, start the series, select both cells, but only drag down on the last one. You can count by odd numbers, even numbers. You can even count by fives. This also works for columns, and you don't have to use numbers. Let's do it one more time with the months of the year.
I'm gonna have to go back.
You can quickly insert a row in Excel. Select the entire row by clicking the number to the left of the data. Right-click your mouse and choose Insert. The row will be inserted directly above the currently selected row. Insert multiple rows by clicking and dragging to select the total number of rows to insert. Right-click anywhere and select Insert. You can delete multiple rows using this method also. This works for columns also. Learn more about Excel.
For a quick way to provide access to a web page or another file, you can add a hyperlink to one of your cells or to other elements in your workbook. Start by selecting the object in your workbook. This could be a picture, a cell, or an element in a chart, for example. Then in the Insert ribbon, click the hyperlink button. Alternately, you can right-click your...
Sorry, y'all. I had to get out my lasagna I made.
You can use your mouse to create patterns of data to very quickly fill Excel rows or columns. Enter a value in a cell and hover your mouse over the bottom right-hand side of the cell. When the cursor changes to a crosshair icon, drag through all the rows you want to fill with that value. To work with a series, start the series, select both cells, but only drag down on the last one. You can count by odd numbers, even numbers. You can even count by fives. This also works for columns, and you don't have to use numbers. Let's do it one more time with the months of the year. You can quickly insert a row in Excel. Select the entire row by clicking the number to the left of the data. Right-click your mouse and choose Insert. The row will be inserted directly above the currently selected row. Insert multiple rows by clicking and dragging to select the total number of rows to insert. Right-click anywhere and select Insert. You can delete multiple rows using this method also. This works for columns also. Learn more about Excel.
For a quick way to provide access to a web page or another file, you can add a hyperlink to one of your cells or to other elements in your workbook. Start by selecting the object in your workbook. This could be a picture, a cell, or an element in a chart, for example. Then in the Insert ribbon, click the hyperlink button. Alternately, you can right-click your object and select...
You know why I'm not gonna watch all of these? Because when I do the work, I'm gonna come back to these. There's no way. That's 30 minutes to an hour worth. So I'm gonna exit here.
The one thing I will preface is that histograms look a whole lot like column charts, but they're very, very different. So don't confuse the two. Column charts are designed to show volume. Histograms are designed to show frequencies. So along the x-axis of a histogram, rather than having category labels, you've got bins or ranges of values, where the height of the rectangle associated with those bins indicate the number of observations that fall within those ranges. A Pareto chart is just a slight variation of a histogram, where the bins are reorganized from highest frequency to low, and a line is overlaid showing the total cumulative frequency. So these charts are commonly used for showing the distribution of a continuous data set. It's great for showing things like the frequency of test scores among a student group, or distribution of a population by ages or by age group. One of the most common examples is to show how a population is distributed in terms of heights or weights. So pro tips here. The first is that you can actually adjust the bin size to customize how you want to group the values or ranges of values. And second, Pareto charts are a great way to show the cumulative impact of each bin ordered by frequency or significance. So let's practice building some of these. Okay, so in your data visualization exercises workbook, go ahead and click the histogram and Pareto charts tab. Here we've got a great little sample data set with a number of observations that include names, heights, weights, and ages. If I scroll down, looks like I've got just over 1,000 observations, which is great. Histograms tend to work best when you have a large data set containing continuous variables. So in this case, the goal is going to be to show how heights, weights, and ages are distributed among this sample population. So all I need to do is select the column that I'm interested in. Let's start with height, and I'll go into Insert, my Statistic Chart section, and choose Histogram. So Excel drops it in. It automatically determined what it thinks makes sense for bin sizes. I can actually adjust these as I see fit. So these bins represent ranges of heights in inches and the number of observations that fall within those ranges. So this tells me that there are 89 people in the sample who are between 70.2 and 71 inches tall. So it's a bin size of 0.8 inches. I can right click and format the axis and customize the bins myself. So you can see it defaults to automatic. In this case, let's set the bin width to 1 inch just to make it a bit more intuitive and readable. So you see kind of a normal distribution, this classic bell curve here, where the majority of observations fall within a relatively narrow range of heights, and then you've got some outliers on either end of the tails. So let's add a title just so that it's a bit more clear what we're looking at. Let's call it height distribution. And there you go. So now if I want to create the Pareto version of this, I'm not going to start from scratch. All I need to do is copy this histogram, paste it here, and I can either go into Chart Tools, change chart type, or I can right click, change chart type. And here's my Pareto option. As you can see, all it did was just reorganize those bins from highest frequency to lowest and overlay that line chart showing cumulative frequency. So if we wanted to do the same thing for weight, again, let's not reinvent the wheel here. Let's just copy what we've got, paste them right here below. And with my first histogram selected, all I need to do is drag this reference that Excel has highlighted for me over to the weight column. And there you have it, I'm done. So I'll do the same thing and customize my bin sizes. Right now it defaulted to 7.3 pounds. Let's make it 10 pounds just to make it super clear, and change the title so that we're not looking at heights anymore. We're looking at weight distribution. And then same case with my Pareto. Boom, just drag it over. Format my axis, change the bin width to 10 pounds, and change my title to weight.
Okay.
So now same exact process here. Just copy those, paste them down below, deselect and then go into my weight histogram and just drag it. Same exact process here. Just copy those, paste them down below, deselect and then go into my weight histogram and just drag it.
I can't wait to see what hard work is going to be. Here we go. What? Okay, here we go. Okay, before I do that, let me finish eating so I can sit my stuff to the side because I'm going to be a while. Okay.
This module is on computing variance and standard deviation of a data set, the two most commonly used measures of spread.
I can't hear you.
This example has three different dog breeds, namely the Beagle, Dachshund, and Doberman, and their respective heights. For example, the height of a Dachshund is 8 inches. The first step is to compute the statistical mean of this data set. So you simply add the heights of the dogs and divide it by the total number of dogs, which is 3 in this case, and you get the mean. So the mean for this data set is 16 inches. This is denoted by the dotted orange line, as shown. The next step is to compute the deviations from the mean.
Hold up. Listen to that again.
Each data point. So in the case of the Doberman, the height of the Doberman is 20. Six inches. The mean of the data set is 16 inches. So computing variance and standard deviation of a data set, the two most commonly used measures of spread. This example has three different dog breeds, namely the Beagle, Dachshund, and Doberman, and their respective heights. For example, the height of a dachshund is 8 inches. The first step is to compute the statistical mean of this data set. So you simply add the heights of the dogs and divide it by the total number of dogs, which is 3 in this case, and you get the mean. So the mean for this data set is 16 inches. This is denoted by the dotted orange line shown. The next step is to compute the deviations from the mean for each data point. So in the case of the Doberman, the height of the Doberman is 26 inches. The mean of the data set is 16 inches. So the deviation is positive 10 inches. In the case of the Beagle, the height is 14 inches. So it's 2 units below the mean of the data set. So you see a negative 2.
9. So it's 8 means
So for our
above.
sample set that has 1 Beagle, 1 Dachshund, and 1 Doberman,
Yeah.
let's compute the variance. The variance is computed by adding the
Positive
squares
4.
of the deviations in the numerator, and the denominator is the total number of data points minus 1. There are 3 data points, 3 minus 1 is 2. So the variance is 84. Now, the formula changes slightly if this were a population. In the case of a population, the denominator is the total number of data points, which in this case would be 3. And then finally, to compute the standard deviation, one simply takes the square root of the variance. So square root of 84 is 9.1. So the standard deviation for this sample set is 9.1 inches. 1 Dachshund and 1 Doberman. Let's compute the variance. The variance is computed by adding the squares of the deviations in the numerator, and the denominator is the total number of data points minus 1. There are 3 data points, 3 minus 1 is 2. So the variance is 84. Now, the formula changes slightly if this were a population. In the case of a population, the denominator is the total number of data points, which in this case would be 3. And then finally, to compute the standard deviation, one simply takes the square root of the variance. So square root of 84 is 9.1. So the standard deviation for this sample set is 9.1 inches. Variance and standard deviation of a data set, the 2 most commonly used measures of spread. This example has 3 different dog breeds, namely the Beagle, Dachshund, and Doberman, and their respective heights. For example, the height of a Dachshund is 8 inches. The first step is to compute the statistical mean of this data set. So you simply add the heights of the dogs and divide it by the total number of dogs, which is 3 in this case, and you get the mean. So the mean for this data set is 16 inches. This is denoted by the dotted orange line shown. The next step is to compute the deviations from the mean for each data point. So in the case of the Doberman, the height of the Doberman is 26 inches. The mean of the data set is 16 inches by the dotted orange line shown. The next step is to compute the deviations from the mean for each data point. So in the case of the Doberman, the height of the Doberman is 26 inches.
But
the
it's
mean
10.
of the data set is 16 inches.
Yes.
So the deviation is positive 10 inches.
Yeah,
In the case of
positive.
the Beagle, the height is 14 inches. So it's 2 units below the mean of the data set. So you see a negative 2. So for our sample set that has 1 Beagle, 1 Dachshund, and 1 Doberman, let's compute the variance. The variance is computed by adding the squares of the deviations in the numerator, and the denominator is the total number of data, the mean of the data set. So you see a negative 2. So for our sample set that has 1 Beagle, 1 Dachshund, and 1 Doberman, let's compute the variance. The variance is computed by adding the squares of the deviations in the numerator, and the denominator is the total number of data points minus 1. There are
Which
3 data
one was
points, 3 minus 1 is 2. So the variance is 84. Now, the formula changes slightly if this were a population. In the case of a population, the denominator is the total number of data points, which in this case would be 3. And then finally, to compute the standard deviation, one simply takes the square root of the variance. So square root of 84 is 9.1. So the standard deviation for this sample set is 9.1 inches.
How do you do this? This is my first time to submit. Let me do something real quick. What is going on? I remember this crap. I'm gonna go back once I do it, but I just wanted to see. Yeah, it does. Sorry. Let's see if I can get this. So we got 1, 2, 3, which is 6, and 8, which makes 13, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. Divided by 9. 9 going to 14 one time. 1 time 9 is 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5, 50, 5. Hold on. Did I do that right? Let me see how they did it.
This tutorial is on measures of central tendency.
I'm not going to write nothing down because I'm going to
Measures
go
of
back.
central tendency are single values that describe how data clusters around the central value. In other words, a single value that is representative of the entire data set. There's 3 in total: the mean, mode, and median. Let's consider this example. So for the given data set, in order to compute the mean, we add the values and divide it by the total number of values. So you add the values divided by 9, you get 45 divided by 9, which is 5. So
Hold
5
up, hold
is
up,
the
don't
mean
tell me
for
no
this
more.
data.
So that is 14. That's 1, 5. So that's 5 going to 14. 2 times 5 is 10, 48. It better be on here. And it's not. You round it to 3. Wait. That's 28 divided by what? 5 again. 5 times 5 is 25. I don't see 3 in this. Where did I mess up at? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 divided by 45. Oh, I was right. It's 3. They round it. They have to round it.
Mode is the most commonly occurring value in the distribution. So for example, pick the value 2. It shows up twice in the distribution or the data set.
So what
Now,
now? Wait. Go back. What is occurring? 4. Mode. I wasn't finished. Most commonly occurring value in distribution. which is 4. We got 28. I'm gonna have to do this all over again. I don't care. Fuck it. We need something better. We got 4 commonly occurring, and we got 28. 4 times 4 times what? 3 is 27. Uh-oh.
We see that the value 6 shows up 4 times. So
2
6
times.
occurs the maximum number of times, and so the mode for this data set is 6. Finally, the median. Median is the value in the middle. So there's 9.
Shit. Okay, this is fun, but it's hard. Let me write this down. One, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4, 2, 8. Divided by 5. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn off this fan. It's blowing the hell out of me. I'm gonna rewrite this. This is why I don't write stuff down. Value in middle is 3. 3. I want to go with 3. Now what?
Data points in this distribution. So the value in the middle is the 5th entity, which is 6.
1,
So
2, 3,
there's 4
4,
items to the left, 4 items to the right. So the median for this data set is 6.
Okay,
Now
and
this
it's
need
5.
not be the case all the time. Consider a distribution or a data set that has even number of elements. So the second data set has 10 elements. There is no value in this data set that has the
6.
same number of items to the left and to the right.
Really?
Pick 5, for example. There's 4
To the left and
items
6
to
to
the
the
left,
right.
and then there's 5 items to the right.
5. I
Now,
mean,
if you pick 6, there's 5 items to the left and 4
which make
items to the right.
11.
So for data sets or distribution with even numbers of values, the way you compute the median is by simply adding
the value in the middle and dividing it by 2. So in this case, you add 5 and 6, divide it by 2, and you get 5.5. So the median for the second data set is 5.5.
Hold up.
Now, this need not be the case all the time. Consider a distribution or a data set that has even number of elements. So the second data set has 10 elements. There is no value in this data set that has
Okay,
the
I'm
same
turning
number
you
of
off.
items to the
You're
left
going to the right.
and to the right. Pick 5, for example. There's 4 items to the left, and then there's 5 items to the right. Now, if you pick 6, there's 5 items to the left and 4 items to the right. So for data sets or distribution with even numbers of values, the way you compute the median is by simply adding
the value in the middle and dividing it by 2. So in this case, you add 5 and 6, divide it by 2, and you get 5.5. So the median for the second data set is 5.5. A couple more points. A data set need not necessarily have a mode. So, for example, if you consider this data set, there is no value that shows up more than once. So this data set does not have a mode.
I forgot what y'all called it.
Also, the mean and median may not be values in the data set. Pick the first example. The mean was 5, and that's not part of the data set. In the second example, we computed that the median was 5.5, and really that was not part of the data set. But the mode will always be part of the data set.
What was the answer? 6. Three. I got it. It's 3. It better be right. How is it not right? Hold up. The commonly occurred value is 4. Most commonly occurring value is 4. The median, the value in the middle is 3. The mode. Oh, it was 4. Duh, because it's the mode. You're not paying attention, woman. Wait, don't do that to me. Oh. Oh, it was 4. Duh, because it's the mode. You're not paying attention, woman. Let's do it now. It was 4. Oh, I F that up. Pay attention and read it next time. Show correct answers. I want to know. Yep, it was 4. They were looking for the mode and not the median. So that has to be a 90. Hold up. Let me go here for a second because I want my credit. Hold up. It says unopened. Before I do that, I know it. I know some of this when I was in senior in college. That's not what I'm looking for, bro. Bro. It says unopened. Why does it say unopened? It should automatically come on here. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. Collecting, organizing, and presenting data is statistics. Go back. Statistics. Don't F it up. Collecting, organizing, and summarizing data is considered what kind of statistics? Descriptive. Collecting, organization, presentation, and summary of data, either using charts or graphs or using numerical summary, a numerical summary. Descriptive. The type of statistics that refer to drawing conclusion about a population. Inferential. Let me write this down. I am so disgusted that I couldn't go back there. Collection, organization, presentation, and summary of data. Inferential, generalizing from a sample to a pop, estimating unknown population parameters, drawing conclusions, and making decisions. Okay, so the second one is inferential. Inferential. Let me go back and go to regular statistics. Collecting, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting data. It could be called data science. Yeah, that's true. What type of analytic tools are used by a business to assist in decision making on how to accomplish goals with practical constraints? descriptive. But let me read about it. Yep, yep. No, per prescriptive. Let me write that down. Let me read that again. Businesses use prescriptive analytic tools to help them make decisions on how to achieve objectives within real world constraints. Let me read about that. No, no next question. Where are you at prescriptive? Let me write this down. Did I do descriptive? Yeah. Descriptive analytics. Did I write it down? Let me see. Basically, they see how much descriptive basically sees how much a viewer spends on their page and the number of visits per hour, day, or week. In addition, companies can see the performance measures such as bounce rate and click through rate. Bounce rate shows the percentage of viewers who leave their site after viewing only the home page. Click through rate is the percentage of viewers who click on the ad when they view it on a web page. Both of these metrics are important for evaluating the effectiveness of a web design. So basically, descriptives shows how many clicks and all that good stuff. Pretty much, it shows how many times a viewer or hours a viewer spends on that page. That's descriptive. And through Google Analytics, they must love me because I watch my own pages. I be like scrolling through Kimberly Cloud, see if anything new popped up. Predictive analytics. It's a Oracle acquired Data Logics, a company that analyzing consumer purchasing behavior to help its customers design the most effective digital campaigns. Now, that strengthened, where is it at? Dr. Pepper. This is predictive. The data logs success. Dr. Pepper is one of the happiest customers. When Dr. Pepper wanted to increase sales, it turned to Dialogics for help in designing a successful Facebook advertising campaign. Through the use of analytics, Dialogics showed the targeting Facebook users who purchased carbonated beverages for $1 spent on advertising. Dr. Pepper saw a $3 increase in revenue. Data Logics. Now, this is predictive. They predicted that every dollar that they spent on advertising, they seen a $3 increase, which is pretty good. Predictive analytics. Hotel room and airplane seats are perishable, just like apples and lettuce. When a room or seat is not booked, the company has lost the ability to earn revenue that night or flight. Setting the right price for the right customer on the right day is complicated. Hotels and airlines feed large data sets into mathematical algorithms that choose the optimal pricing scheme to maximize the revenue that room for that room or seat. This practice is called revenue management and is an example of prescriptive analytics. When large data sets are analyzed with system constraints, companies can quickly simulate many different outcomes related to a wide variety of decisions. This allows the decision makers to choose a set of actions that will result in the best outcome for the company or his customer. So let me read that again. Practical constraints. Let me go back. It was, which one was it? Prescription. Oh man. There it is. The key word I was looking for, constraints. The specialized vocabulary of statistics crosses blank barriers to improve problem solving for multinational businesses. Geographic or language. vocabulary. Language. Oh, I knew it was true. I should have went with my gut. Let me make sure. It should be right. Yeah. Let me write that down too. Artisting and marketing. Let me write that down. Oh no! How did they get there? Huh? Let me look again. No. See, it's predictive, I think. It's predictive. I hope it's predictive. I can have two wrong. Let me look at it again. To analyze historical data. I could be wrong. I'm gonna hit low. Let me read about it. Two, three wrong ain't bad. I kind of knew it was that one. Yeah, that was one I should have known. Yes. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm going to do. No, that's not what I want to do. I can't wait to do that. Bright and early morning, I have one task to do. And when I get back, I'm gonna do all of this plus the discussion. And then this weekend, I'm gonna do the project. Let me write this down. I gotta get some more paper. Mm. Years, months. Okay, that confused me there. Understood. Understood. I may do all this shit tonight, man. Hold up. I hate knowing. That's just gonna make me worry. Go with this one. I could be wrong. Yay. He didn't say shit about that. Well said. I got it right, but I got one extra. I didn't read it. Damn it, I forgot. Okay, calm down, Cal. Do it again. Next question. I'm not about to write down the answers. I'm about to learn about this crap because it's going to help me. This is gonna be wrong again. Okay, I thought so. Because you can't measure it by zero. A runner's time and place required is start from zero. The price of a person's house required is start from zero. But the scales and the satisfaction score don't go from zero. Hold up. Let me read about it again. No, I don't want to see that. Next time I'm unsure, I'm going to read the whole thing. Okay. Try my best on that one. It's called Point in Time. Okay, I got it. I thought you can't use it. Oh, that's because it's interval data. I think it's this one. I'm gonna have to tap in. I'll definitely be ready for you tomorrow. I got two more, a discussion, and let's see what the first one is. Two classwork assignments. One project and one discussion. I'm doing it tomorrow morning to get that crap. I'm not gonna hold this over my head. The earlier I get it done, the quicker. Um, then we're gonna move on to the next. Let me get y'all off this because I have to cut that. But it's no biggie to me. Biggie, biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, biggie, give me one more chance. Okay, this is gonna be a vigorous. I can tell. That's why he do it in those increments. So that is small. Then put people on Apple. I got 3 people. Then tomorrow, write people for Matchmaker. Then I got Terry Tucker and another individual. So put 3 people on podcast. Finish editing that video. Watch it. All I have to do is watch it. Everything is set in place for it. And then send it to all the places. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Thank you, Terry. Looking at my messages. As you can see, Terry, if you're out there watching, that is vigorous. Woo! I just wanted to get a touch of it. Only way, you know how you say they say go jump in the water, it's cold, and everybody go jump in the water, but they run to the water. They don't walk and then stick their toe. They tippity cold in there and say, "Ooh, that's cold," and then blank it up. No, they running it because they anticipating the cold, but they like, forget it. I have a mission, and that's how I feel about my schoolwork. Okay. That is enough. Sorry, you guys. Have y'all ever went to a grocery store these days? I'm so old fashioned. And you anticipating just a regular old plastic bag, and they like, you have to pay for a bag, or you get paper bags, and you're like, what am I gonna do with this when I walk? I walk. Like, I don't walk literally, but walking with paper bags, what if they rip? Then you gotta carry them like a battle buddy or something up a hill. Them bags can vary from 30 to 40 pounds. And if you get a defective paper bag, sorry y'all, if you get a defective paper bag, it's just crazy. It's definitely crazy. I felt like that woman felt yesterday on that interview when she looked. At first, I thought she was looking nasty at the president, but then I seen that she was falling asleep, but she was trying to listen because I'm pretty sure that was an emergency meeting. But I feel her pain. I'm not tired, but I'm tired. So pretty much, I'm just trying to get together what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Early to bed, early to rise. Make Kimmy and my mother Nadine healthy and wise. God rest her soul. And pretty much that's it. That's it, man. I that's what she always used to tell me. She's like, she used to say it like this: early to bed, early to rise. Make Jesse and Kimmy healthy and wise. And I hope that stands for, I hope my sister lived forever, to hear me nag about the crap she did to me. Other than that, I love her, but, it's just the damage is done. And that's why I remain estranged. One nurse asked me, he said, you need a partner. I said, I know I do, man. I know I do. What do you mean? And then my doctor, he's willing to work with me. So, my next goal is to try to go on to the what is it called? I know my nurse is like, it's called such and such. What is it called? It's not a port. It's actually, it's not a trolley. It's where you get on a boat, a ferry. Put my car on a boat and go to the mountains. And I know the temperature is going to change there because it's snow there. I forgot what he called the mountains. I can look it up, but I'd rather learn it from what he say. He's very smart, very, very, very smart. And I like to be around people that are smart individuals. And how, like, okay, I have something to say that I'm gonna get off here. How, like, off the street, how some guys are, those movies where they see a guy, they kind of like sway up to you, and you like, what are you doing? Like, not doing it in a bad way, but you identify them, and it, sometimes it could be my paranoia, but the doctor came up to me. He's like, I'm Dr. Such and Such. And I was like, oh, now in a black setting, this would be a man like with, I don't know. I look at things in both lights. If this is like black people out of the ghetto and somebody tried to come up to me like that, I would grab my laptop and just stuff it in my bag immediately. You know, if you in a hood, you have to second guess that. When you in a hood and somebody just way up to you in a polite, calm manner, like I wish I could have showed you that video. There's this 23, 22-year old that have twins. She goes to the hood. She's African American, and I commend her. I don't know if these are actresses or actors, but she goes to the hood and she talk crap to people until they about to beat her up. And she's so tiny. She says so much crap. She calls somebody a wildebeest. She calls somebody a oiled up cannoli. And these women is like calling her B words, saying, I'm about to whoop this B butt. And then she's yanking, you never yank a hair cap off of a girl head. So don't tell me, you know, that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I always will have the hood embedded in me. Because I've seen people, you know, she sway up on these women and she talked junk, and then she ripped off their scully and it said your hair nappy, and then ran off. And then one lady that was Caucasian, she was like, stop, this needs to stop now. And it was crazy. This is how she get her audience, is doing random stuff like that. And I'm like, she's in Texas and it's great entertainment, and I hope these people are good actors. You know, one lady she walked up to said, oh, you gonna twerk for me, I give you $500 and I take 2,000 off the top. And she's like, okay. And her cousin or her auntie or niece was like, no, she ain't doing that. She's like, I'm tired of you talking to me. So the purpose I'm getting at is different circumstances. I was not scared of him. He was an amazing person, very kind, polite. I'm just showing you what, you know, the hood people go through when they are in the hood. They have to have a heightened sense, because when people coming up to you random, you have to second guess yourself in the hood. Do they have a gun? Do they want to kill you? Do they want to take something? Like, okay, I'll give the perfect example. One Caucasian male that was homeless. I was downtown. Remember when I was downtown dancing, you guys? And he had these high hooker boots on. I know my friend, if she's out there, she will always be my friend Shania. You know, she had we used to call them hooker boots, but he had these high hooker boots on, like a prostitute, and he kept coming around the area. So I grabbed the computer and put it in an area where I can see if somebody come behind me, and that's how I do, out of heightened sense. The police truck is right there, and you can tell by the way he came back and forth. He wasn't trying to be on TV. He was just trying to take my laptop and sell it for a cheap buck to get high off of some meth or something. And that's the heightened sensitivity. My heightened sensitivity grows when I'm downtown. When I'm at a doctor's office, I relate to what's going on in a positive way. I'm calmer. When I'm at an unknown location, my heightened sensitivity is high. You know, these are the things I go through as a single Black African American woman. And that's real. So, you know, we were talking about that today in the class. And like I told my doctor, I told him, I said, when I really start running for state senator, I need you by my side to correct me if I start having too much of a heightened sensitivity. That's what I want him for. You know, he's very kind, very polite. There's uh, nothing to say negative about him. I know it's just day one, but I can tell, I can read people well, and he's trained to read people well. So it just seemed like it's going to be a beautiful friendship and long-term treatment. You know, I hope nothing but the best for this. And you know, All I need is the right people beside me, because even presidents, even presidents need doctors, right? President have a doctor. Sometimes they kind of either blackmail or tell them, say I'm healthy, say I'm healthy. There's no way in heaven, you know. when Okay, ask yourself this. I'm gonna say this. Would President Biden be able to command heaven if he was in heaven? Would you give him the key? You gave him the key to the city. Would you give him the key to heaven to command all the great angels like Michael and the archangels and all of that great stuff to command our fort and help us with getting in touch with more universes and more planets to grow and become unified? Because that's the point in this big universe, this multiverse, this omniverse, is to become unified, to become unified with everybody. You know, it's some places we will never get to go. You know, I got to hear a black hole suck up something. I look at, you know what? I have the perfect example. Then I'm gonna get off here. I look at the highways, the beltways, as our veins, right? That's our veins. That's flowing blood, right? Right? And then you go to the heart, which is downtown. The heart is downtown. You got veins, arteries, aortas, you know, 5 lane, 6 lane highways. Then you got sometimes water. You call that like extra fluid or something over the vein. You know, you never know. And so I look at the universe the same way, but it's in circles. Why was the universe made circular? It was a reason. It's a reason why it's made circular. And our eyes are made circular because we're connected with the universe. The moon is circular, you know, and even the asteroids are partial circular. And so I look at it like the stars are like the grid. We have the grid. The grid applies outer space too. It's in levels. Like and so you go to get to Mars, you align yourself with how not Mars, I'm sorry. The moon, let's just use the moon as an easy. I'm not that smart, but the moon as an easy example. You you have to know that the moon rotates, but we're rotating real. I cannot believe we're rotating that fast and cannot feel it. Anyway, it's the circular, how we're rotating, but rotating, and the moon is just rotating, and the sun is rotating. So we got to get before the moon aligns a certain point. I don't know what point. I'm not that smart, but we gotta go somewhere. Like, you know how you have to, you know that movie where he took the gun and he went like whoosh, and the gun curved. You have to actually fly off like that to hit it at the right point. If you fly off a certain way, so basically the structure of the grid of the Texas and Florida and all those great Vandenberg Space Force are great places to fly off. And that's why once you get out of space, they have an extra bit of gas and fire, just momentum before dropping off, and it moves and it gravitates right and hit the planet right in the center. You know, I know they got more sophisticated stuff, but they don't tell us. But yeah, man. I mean, that's what it's all about, is to unify, man. If you can't get along with nobody, you know, there's evil out here. The black hole sounded so, the black hole is like, I compared it to something. You know, I know they got The black hole is like my fan turned off. I hope it ain't broke. But the black hole is like the dark, sucking up something, putting it into another realm. Like, for instance, we got like mirror-like material in our eyes. But when we, at first glance, unless you're an eye doctor, there's a black pupil, and it absorbs the light and it reflects. But the deeper it goes, I don't know what happened the deeper it goes. Because I know a black hole is very deep and it absorbs light. But anything that's super bright, like a supernova or the beginning, I have reason to believe it's like a tunnel to some other realm. It needs that to go to another realm or something. And that's my cue. You know, I'm very interested in stuff like that. I'm very, 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 very interested. And then they got white holes, a bunch of light, and it was two dark holes sucking up each other. And that's kind of complicated. Two black holes sucking up each other. Let me tell you what happened to me today. Don't laugh. And then I promise you, I put this on God, I'll get off of here. You know how I like to talk, God. What time is it? 8? Yeah, that's my cue. 3 minutes. So I guess it's on the floor too. It's definitely not on my hair no more because I washed the crap out of it. But I was bending open some sardines, because sardines is great protein. It's on the go protein. And don't laugh. Don't knock it till you try it. When you open up the can of you have to be careful. You have to put a bunch of pressure on it and kind of like you know, if you don't it'll pop back and it just spilled all everywhere. I was like, somebody could have thought death was happening in here. I screamed like crap. I said, holy crap. And I have to really do a thorough cleaning. You know, it's actually still in the house. I gotta take out the trash, but that could be causing that. But yeah, man, I was so mad, y'all. I was like, ah! I was like so mad. That's the first time that ever happened to me, man. I haven't ate sardines in like 3 months, and it doesn't make you stink. It helps you brain wise. I drink the oil, and the oil from the sardines, you know, get into your brain, and you know, I love fish, you know, especially catfish, that the fatty part of it and everything. But I made me some lasagna today. 2 more minutes. I made me some lasagna today from scratch. I have to go pick something up from the VA tomorrow, and you know, I I don't know, man. Did y'all visit the full moon? Did you? You know, I don't even watch the moon. The moon popped out this morning and said, "You gonna watch me?" I said, "What? The moon is out?" Because usually I'm out looking, and this is a big ass window. I can see everything, and if the moon come out, I can see it. And there was a full moon, and I missed it. I hope that y'all watched the debate, the WeGo debate. I got 1 more minute because there's not going to be nobody there during the debate. For those who don't know, and they're going to turn off the mic. They're going to turn off the mic if they don't like the questions. What is going on? So yeah, that's it. I just want y'all to be there and be whoever you like, Biden or Trump. Watch it and really listen this time. Listen to whose side is this television company and the moderator, what type of crap they're gonna be on. You know, SNL going to do a skit. SNL, I cannot wait. I'm going to look for it. The new debate. and where they turn off the mic. I know it's gonna be something fire, man. They said, I'm gonna say this. Hold up. They said that Biden gonna be jacked up off of Adderall, cocaine. What else? A shot of B12. I said, what? You know, it's all good though. This is a fair match. Hopefully, it is. I'm not going to mock myself and say that, but we gonna see. We gonna see what happens on Thursday. I got both channels clicked for watching. And I can't wait till Empire of the Sun come out with a newer video. It's only 3 videos to their new city. And yeah, changes. I I don't know. That they're amazing people. So yeah, just remember we got mirrors in the back of our mind. If we That's how they got the technology. If we can take the mirror in the back of our mind and make us, because that's what they've been doing. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all like, leave, but I can't help it. If you take, they're creating invisible technology. Before I even knew they were creating invisible technology, they are creating invisible technology. Sheeps, the camouflage. You know, we already had the green and black camouflage, but now it depends on what terrain you in. It's more sophisticated and technological, if that's a word. And so, what else? They got mirrors that you walk past and you only see your head if it's up at your head. They got technology from the Chinese that, and I'm pretty sure Americans have it if they're bringing it to YouTube. You could put a whole cloak over your head, sort of like Harry Potter, and you cannot see that. You need to watch it on YouTube for all my newbies. Watch it. Seriously, it's amazing. The Chinese, you know, maybe our adversaries, I have a feeling we're gonna learn from them and they're gonna learn from us because we got a lot of good stuff coming out. You know, Facebook is one of them. Facebook is banned, which is weird in China. I think, and Facebook, you know, came out with a lot of good things, man. So I'm looking forward to the. I'm going to get the Meta Quest and start exercising off of that because I don't want to go down to the gym, you know, and start making it a habit and then start, you know, going through stuff. You know, I'm a hermit. So I don't want to talk about it, but I'm gonna get the Meta Quest 3 or 4 and start working out. I cannot wait to play. I can't get the new iPhone. That's like $4,000 for those eyeglasses for the Apple. If you got that money, I would do it, but I don't have that type of money. You know, I can only afford the Meta Quest. No, I'm just kidding. He makes it affordable because he's testing the waters. But the new Meta Quest is going to be worth it. The newer Meta Quest don't come out until October or November of 25, 26. So, but if I like it, I'm going to see what else do he have to offer. And I feel like I deserve that. You know, other than that, you know, no biggie, just in school, as you can see. And I love you guys, man. Like, you may not believe it, but I love you guys. I hope that y'all keep rocking. You keep, if I can do it, this is just day one, man. This is just day one. I want to get it over with the week so I can have the week to focus on editing and interviewing people and putting people on Apple Podcasts. I'm not trying to rush through it and forget it. I'm just trying to go ahead and do it, learn, and move on for that week. I don't want to stay behind or end up behind where I cannot catch up. Those extra videos is for care that I'm going to do when I do the Excel project because it's all Excel based. The whisker plot graph, you know, in another graph. pink tone or something like that. Okay. You know, one way to annoy your spouse. One way to annoy your spouse. Pikachu. Just keep saying Pikachu or this is the song. All my generation. Is it it's not millennials, it's generation Z or X. I don't remember. I learned about it, then I forgot. This is the song that doesn't it. I remember watching that as a little girl. Y'all take care. Y'all have to watch Lamb Chops or have your child watch Lamb Chops. Bye. I forgot to get on what is it? I forgot to get on Kick, but it's okay. I get on there tomorrow. See you guys. We're gonna finish strong. Like I'm on here by 8 or 9. If I'm not on here, it's because I'm doing something. But I'll be up. I get up every morning at 4. So yeah, y'all take care. It's been a pleasure. Bye.